All right, my friends, welcome back to the RPG Backlog. I'm here with Travis and Tom, and we are in episode 1 of Final Fantasy IV. We are covering, last time we said we would do 3 sections, but guess what? We're doing 4. We're doing the introduction area, Baron and the Mist Dragon, Mist Village in Kaipo, Oasis Town, down to Grinding in the Desert, the Underground Waterway and the Water Cavern, and then to Damsian, I guess, and the Ant Lion's Den. I think this game is fucking fantastic, so I'll just start there. But how about you guys? Overall thoughts?
Overall thoughts, I'm enjoying it. This is the Final Fantasy that I know and love. The story is leaps and bounds better than anything else. It still has some of the tropes that I've kind of come used to in Final Fantasy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of like a comfort food almost, which is means I'm enjoying myself immensely.
That's how I would describe it as well, is that it goes down like real easy. Yeah. I feel like I'm finally in a place where, like, difficulty wise, it feels, and I'm loath to be this guy, but like, it's not that hard. Like, it's pretty heavily telegraphed, like all the places you're supposed to go, right? Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of mystery there, and you just go there. You mentioned, I think at some point, Larry, being on 2x boost for experience and maybe Gil or something.
And Gil, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I went ahead and put that on too, and like, this is like easy breezy. I'm having a great time. There's not too many. I can't think of I feel like I'm still participating in the combat enough that I'm learning mechanics and having to kind of understand things, but I'm never really in any danger of anybody getting knocked out or anything like that. And it's just been pleasant to experience the story and the mechanics, but on sort of slightly easier mode. And so it's been very pleasant.
Totally agree. I think something I'll do differently this time, unless you guys want to stop me, is I'll read a little story synopsis for where we are in the game. Yeah. And the reason why I kind of lean towards it now, I think, Travis mentioned it, the story is leaps and bounds better than 1, 2, or 3. In fact, there is a story.
We're not fighting the darkness.
Yes, it's not a blob of cloud, So this is from Wikipedia. So the Red Wings attack the city of Mysidia to steal their water crystal, and they return to the kingdom of Baron. Afterwards, when Cecil, captain of the Red Wings, questions the king's motives, he is stripped of his rank and sent with Kain, his friend and captain of the Dragoons, to deliver a ring to the village of Mist. There, Kain and Cecil watch in horror as monsters burst forth from inside the ring and lay waste to the village. A young girl, Rydia, is the only survivor and summons a monster Titan in anger. This monster causes an earthquake, separating Cecil and Kain. Cecil wakes up afterward and takes the wounded Rydia to a nearby inn. Baron soldiers come for Rydia, but Cecil defends her and she joins him on his journey. We're skipping the part where Cecil kills her mom. I think that's a big thing.
She dies because of the bomb ring, right?
She dies because we killed a Mist Dragon. And
killed the Mist Dragon, yeah.
Because the Mist Dragon was tied to her mom, it killed her.
So Wikipedia, you're skipping over that. Well, I thought it was a pretty big moment.
Very big moment, because that's why Rydia comes after you.
Exactly. And then it gets papered over quickly and she joins your team. And I was like, I'm not sure about that. But anyway, I'll read the rest of this. It's revealed that Rosa, Cecil's love interest, had followed him and is extremely ill with a fever. Soon after this, Cecil and Rydia meet Tella, who is going to the Damsian castle to retrieve his eloping daughter, Anna. I didn't know if I caught that part. However, Anna is killed when the Red Wings bomb the castle. Edward, Anna's lover and the Prince of Damsian, explains that the Red Wings' new commander, Golbez, did this to steal the fire crystal for Baron, as they had stole the water crystal from Mysidia. Tella leaves the party to exact revenge on Golbez for Anna's death. After finding a cure for Rosa, the party decides to blah, blah, blah. We haven't got to that part yet, as far as I can remember. Yeah, so that's where we stopped. That's the story so far. Something's missing. I didn't remember that Anna was the eloping daughter of Tella, but I guess I might have missed that part.
Yeah, I
remember that. I got back rewind though. When did we kill the mother?
way
When you go
early.
through like when you're it was at the very beginning, actually almost the first thing you do, because
Yeah.
you go into the cave and you have Cain and Cecil, and you get to the Mist Dragon, and this is where I had my first like, oh shit moment, because whenever it turned to mist, if you attacked it, it did no damage, and then it ravaged the crap out of you.
I remember this battle now. Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
but Rydia's mom, that was like, from what I can gather, and this is probably lost in translation a little bit, the summoners in the Mist Village, they're tied to their summons. If you kill their summon, it kills them.
Yeah, that's right.
And the Mist Dragon was Rydia's mom's like familiar, essentially. So killing that killed her.
Okay.
Yep, that's why I was like, oh, well, Rydia, you're really quickly joining forces with the dude who killed your mom.
Yeah. I mean, again, as I said, and it's even in my notes, right? Like, the story is straightforward. It's better than everything else that we've seen so far, but it's kind of expected, and it has like the standard tropes, like the king being possessed by some, like the advisor doing something to manipulate the king. Like, you know, the people just brush away massive issues because, oh, yeah, I need to go with you now because things.
Yeah, exactly. Because the plot compels me.
Yeah.
What I will say about that though is that I mean that stuff is sort of definitely stands out as sort of tropey, right? That it's like, oh, we have this huge beef, but I guess you said sorry and you didn't mean to, so let's go, right? That they just
my
sort
mom
of
was
roll
kind of a
with it.
bitch anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Almost a
My home
dick,
life.
so thank you.
Oh my god.
But she didn't get along with the dragon. Maybe that was the issue. The one thing I did like about this, though, is that I thought the beginning, like Cecil's, it's still pretty compact in terms of the amount of the story that actually occupies. But you see at the very beginning, they're on the plains coming back from wherever they bombed. I don't remember. They bombed. Mysteria, yeah. And all of the soldiers on the plane are like, oh, I don't know, man. That was kind of fucked up. And Cecil's like, hey, like, get in line, you know? Like, he seems to trying to be like toe the party line at the beginning.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And as the story goes on, and right, even to the point that they get back and he like expresses like some like minor qualms about it, and the king is like, you're demoted, but like also run this little errand for me. It's like, okay, okay. And Kane's like, I'm sure they'll put you back after we like prove our worth from doing this thing. And then you deliver something called the bomb ring, which I don't know what I expected, but was it monsters? I thought it set the place on fire.
I thought it was the bombs, right?
The bomb creatures.
Yeah.
Oh, so bomb creature.
They burst forth and like lit the whole fucking place on fire.
I will admit the first two sections of this, I was playing right before bed. The details are a little fuzzy, but at that point, then he's like, okay, like enough is enough. Like we're not doing this anymore. This guy's terrible. Yada yada yada. He like fully breaks from the king, and I just thought that there were kind of those stages where he just does what he's asked, and then he tries to tell other people like, no, this is our duty or whatever, and then he starts to sort of have qualms, and then he finally turns around. That there were actually those kind of distinct stages, even though they were brief. I had that level of treatment of the topic was pretty nuanced for this stuff, and I get why people, you know, talk big about the story for this, and that's like out of the gate, right? That's in your first 20 minutes of playing this game, kind of thing. So,
well, yeah, when they got to the village of mist, and all of a sudden it just, you know, the ring exploded and just burned everything to the ground. I was like, holy shit, this is different. I did not expect that. So I almost like a legitimate Nibelheim moment where it's just like, wow, this is different and interesting and engaging. And I also felt like, I don't know, I feel like the combat, like you said, everything's 2x for me, but it just feels like everything is different for each character. They don't all play the same. You know, like Cecil has his darkness, which like spends some of his health to do damage to the whole.
I found that one out later than I should have.
Oh,
yeah, that kind of leads into the rest of my story with Edward.
But it was just like, Yeah, this will be good. No, I just like mashed it 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, oh, sick! He's got like an area of attack. This is great. And then 3 battles later, it's like, man, I don't remember getting hit that hard. Why is my HP so incredibly low?
Yeah, no, I did the same thing. I was like, oh yeah, this is like his normal hit's not so good. Wait, what's his darkness? Oh, it wrecks. Sweet. Wait, why is his life down low? Oh shit. Okay. You would think that little tidbit would lead me to be suspicious of any other skills later on, but no. That didn't teach me a lesson, and I found out a very hard lesson later on.
I'm so excited because if you're talking about Edward, I remember matching one of his skills, but I don't think I ever found out what the curl of the monkey's paw was. So please go on.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just used attack right. Before you do, really quickly, I playing Final Fantasy Magic: The Gathering. Cecil is a card that I play, and when you attack, you damage yourself, and then when you do enough damage, then you transform to a paladin instead of the Dark Knight. And I was like, why when I do damage am I taking damage? What the fuck is this? And then I started playing this game. I was like, oh, okay, they're reenacting the mechanic from the game.
That's
awesome.
Really cool.
It's very
also
cool.
Kind of like from a thematic standpoint, like we had Dark Knights in they were called Dark Knights in 3, I think. They could only use certain kinds of swords and stuff like that. There was a building job in 3. Yeah. But they were just like some other thing, right? Here, that's kind of, it makes you feel it, right? It's like, oh yeah, you have this really powerful, it's strong, it does a lot of damage, it does area of attack, but it takes a toll on you, right? There's a cost to it, and it sort of makes you think then, oh, like Dark Knight, like they sacrifice part of themselves for this power. That's like a very interesting sort of meta concept that is conveyed sort of really subtly and effectively through pretty simple game mechanic, right?
Yep, absolutely. It felt refined. But I do want to hear about Edward's game mechanics and how they totally fucked you over.
Well, it didn't totally. Well, okay, kind of a little bit. It cost me a shit ton of money. Let's put it that way. So at some point in time, like I just kind of came to the realization that Edward is not super useful, right? He hits it when he hits, it's weak, and then that sing functionality is kind of a crapshoot of whether or not it'll do anything of any value.
I never touched that button. What does it do?
It's a random thing. Like sometimes it'll silence them, sometimes it'll confuse them and they'll attack each other. Sometimes it'll
like status stuff.
Yeah, basically
some status stuff, but about half the time it does jack and shit. Like it just does nothing. So I can't remember exactly what point it is. I think it was after the Antillean battle. There's a point. So anyways, I started using his heal function. Not thinking much of it. There's a point where I had auto battled and I had him set to heal and Cecil set to attack and Radia is set to attack as well, because I was just kind of doing my normal BS grinding. And there's a point in the story where you go in and Edward has his own little story battle.
Yep. Oh yeah, at nighttime, right?
It's like against the Sahagan, I think, right?
It gets to like yeah. So anyways, that battle is going, and I'm sitting there going, okay, it's a story battle, and it's literally attack, heal, attack, heal. Attack, heal. Like I'm just getting attacked and all he's doing is healing. And I'm sitting there forever going, okay, when is this going to stop, man? Not realizing that even though it's a story battle, I'm actually supposed to be controlling Edward.
Yep.
Yeah.
And eventually Anna shows up and she's like, yo, dude, attack. I'm like, what?
The game's telling you,
like literally, yeah. Like Anna's like shows up in the middle of the battle, and she's like, "Edward, you got to do something. You can do this." And it keeps going a couple more rounds, and she's like, "Edward, you need to attack."
It's funny.
And I'm like,
it breaks the fourth wall and says, "Hey, Travis, hit the fucking attack button."
That's what I'm like, because this has been going on for a few minutes now, and I'm like, dude, this is really a shitty story battle, man. Like, is he gonna do anything else? So finally, I realized that it's auto battled, and I clicked that off, and it's like, oh, okay. I finally beat that fight. End of story. Sweet, great. We get done with everything. I get my group together, and of course, whenever you get to a new character, there are several levels below you.
Yep.
So I get Rosa in my party because after you do all that fun stuff, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna grind a little bit. So again, Edward's on heal just because I'm like his heals are weak, and if I've only lost a few points, he'll get them back up to 0. Playing around a little bit, and all of a sudden, Edward can't heal anymore. I'm like, what the f? And then I finally because I have the auto battle on, the little notification comes up and disappears almost instantly. So I take auto battle off and I tell it to heal, and it goes, "You have no more healing items in your inventory." I'm like,
heal?
what? The heal is him throwing potions from your inventory. This
no.
threw over 100 healing potions.
Wow.
And I'm just like, you son of a bitch.
So it's not using his innate ability, he's using your fucking items.
Yes. And I was like, why didn't you tell me this shit? At any given point in time, it is not like, so be aware that Edward's heal is not a true heal. The SOB is stealing your healing potions and tossing them. Thank God he didn't use my X potions or elixirs, because I was like, if he had done that, I would have lost my shit, because I think I've only gotten like 2 X potions because they're super freaking rare at this point in the game. But yeah, he chewed through over 100 potions just healing away like nobody's business. So FYI, there is a double-edged sword to some of those abilities.
That's good. I've only used his heal like 3 or 4 times, and I didn't notice that it used my potions either. That's interesting.
Yeah, I still have 9 potions left, but I don't know that I ever picked up a fancy one.
Yeah, I don't have an X potion. That's for sure.
I don't remember.
I have a couple.
The,
It looked like I had a couple of them. Now I gotta check. I know I'm almost positive I had an X potion in there.
well, maybe he already used it for me. I don't know. They would hope that he used the cheaper ones first.
Yeah, I've got 1 X potion, 2 high potions.
Huh.
I don't have any of that. I just have regular potions.
Yeah, but I have regular potions.
Were they? Maybe they were drops, because you're not playing with boost on, or you might have been. Maybe they came from encounters. Because I don't think I skipped.
No, they might have come from encounters, because also like one of Radia's summons came from an encounter for me.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, the other thing I found out about this game is you can't have 2 characters next to each other in the back row.
Thank you. I was messing with that too. So you got to change they need to alternate is the rules then?
You can't have 2 in a row next to each other?
You can't have 2 characters in the back row right next to each other.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just telling you that's...
it just doesn't let you do it.
Because if you change... So like my guys are alternating right now. So if I change any one of them, all of them permute their spots.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, and I couldn't figure out why that is. I thought it was some weird thing of like Cecil always needs to be in front of Rydia or something like that. But now if I change board...
So I just now played with it a little bit more. Spots 1, 3, and 5 are always in the same position. Spots 2 and 4 are always in the same position.
All right. So it's just they have to alternate.
Yeah.
Weird. I have no possible sense of why that would be.
It might have been a limitation in the system and coding.
That seems...
But I didn't think that was an issue in the other games, right?
Yes.
The other games never had 5 players. They were 4 or less. And actually, most of them, was it the last one where the 4th one was never one we controlled? It was never a full party member. It was always someone who was just in our party for a moment.
Yeah. Well, I don't have 5 characters.
Neither do I.
Oh, okay.
I only have 4. But there's a 5th spot.
I guess I didn't notice that.
Oh, and you can move the empty spot around. That's kind of funny.
Huh. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm also not someone that like dives into menus and fucks around and just play the game. So I'll often miss things that other people find out. That's why I like this podcast. I'm learning more.
so who actually now since we're talking about order, who do you have?
I have Rydia, Rosa, and Edward in 1, 3, and 5, so they're in the back, and Cecil's the only one in the front.
Okay.
And my order is Cecil, Rydia, Rosa, Edward. And I don't remember who's in the back or the front. I actually never fucked with it, so they could all be in the front for all I know.
Well, but they can't because if they're next to each other, then someone has to be in the back.
Yeah.
Well, whatever the default is, then I have no idea.
Oh, that's a goofy. I noticed that too. When I was like, oh, I just want to move one, and they all move. It's like, oh,
That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't notice it at first because when you only had 2 characters, it wasn't an issue.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you had 3, it wasn't really too big of an issue. But at the second, I mean, it was noticeable, but I just moved it around to where, yeah.
Man, Edward's little character art. Dude looks really bummed out.
Well, I mean, his love was killed in front of his face.
Yeah, she's dead.
No, but that was like 2 sections ago, man. Get over it. Join the party. Have fun.
Well, he did eventually. He's like, all right, I'll join you.
I mean, he's holding on to it longer than Rydia held on to us killing her mother.
That's true.
We all have complicated relationships with our moms.
Yeah. Who's Anna's dad that was with us briefly?
It was Sage Tella.
That guy was cool. I liked him. He had some good stuff.
He's got a Magic the Gathering card for himself and some alternate art, so he must be a big deal in this game.
He was the only one that had a fire spell. Kind of freaking annoying, man, because sometimes that has been really useful.
Ooh, so for some of us who accidentally played ahead by like 10 minutes, that's actually a story beat.
Oh.
So.
Was it 10 minutes? No. You're talking about Rydia making the comment about her not having it?
Yeah.
I don't think that was moving ahead.
Rosa talking about Rydia not having the spell?
Yeah, because that happens right before you get Rosa to join your party.
Oh, well, okay. Then next you go and you find an icicle, and they all say, you can do it, Rydia! And then she melts the icicle and has fire. So, you're almost there.
Okay, so, yeah, we already went over the story beat in this section about her not having it, but you went ahead and she it's the next thing that happens. And I felt good because this is the one spot that I actually thought it wasn't crazy clear where you were supposed to go next afterwards, but I'd already found I tried to go to the next section. I can't remember where it is, what the name of it is, but there's like a giant icicle in front of it, and I think if you walk up to it, it's like, I can't melt it. You leave. So I was like, oh, that's great. For once, the exploration paid off. I knew where I was supposed to go. Okay. Nice. So we've already found the person that this game went ahead. Yep. Granted, not that much.
No.
Pretty funny that it's happened in the very first episode. Usually we get a couple of episodes in before someone jumps ahead.
Well, so for me, it's usually me, right? I
played usually yes.
Yeah,
first time for me, I think.
Yeah, first time for you. I played the first 3 sections, and I was in love with this game. I was like, "This is amazing." I kept playing. I played into halfway through section 4, and I was like, "I have to stop, or else I'm gonna get shit on the podcast." And then we had to switch the date because I forgot I was going to a concert. So here we are recording on a different day. So we were like, let's do one more section. I was like, yes, I don't have to admit that I played ahead.
So, yeah. Did you? Yeah, I forgot I had a concert. Let's just schedule it again. Now I have an excuse for why I played ahead. I needed to, guys.
I resent that.
The truth hurts sometimes.
But I finished section 4 and stopped. I did not move on to Mount Hobbs, even though I know where it is. So, yes. Tom, you're not alone. Although you're now alone.
I'm just looking at this where I had parked. Did it take you a minute to figure out how the hover is supposed to work?
The guy kind of gave a hint about like the shallows, and I was like, okay, those rocks things are probably the shallows. But then it was like, oh, it's like a maze. It's like a small maze, I guess. Like figure out how to get through it.
I did not correlate those two Because usually in the other games, the shallows corresponds to where the water is a different color.
Yeah.
I was looking everywhere for that. It's like, I'm stuck here. Where the hell am I supposed to go in this stinking flying car? Which actually has a pretty cool little sprite.
It does. I just love how the Final Fantasy series in every game so far has had like a weird love affair with different vehicles.
Yeah, man. At least it's not or do we? No, we didn't. We never had control of it. At the beginning when it opened, oh no, they're going to give us an airship and take it away, and Travis is so mad.
That would be my luck. It's okay, though.
There's a Sid in this game somewhere, so there's got to be an airship coming.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a staple. We get an airship, and I can't think of a single freaking Final Fantasy I've ever played where you don't get an airship of some kind.
Yeah, we're getting a Sid, an airship. We're getting a Moogle at some point, and we're definitely getting a fat chocobo. So,
well, there's already the Gisherald Greens that says like, oh, use this when you smell chocobos. So
it says like a particular favorite of fat chocobo. I was like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
We're getting the fatty again.
Yeah, you always do.
Have you been able to use those yet?
No, I haven't tried.
No. Okay.
You have to be around like the forest, right, or in the chocobo forest or something.
Yeah. There's gonna be a certain place that when we get to, it's gonna be blatantly obvious that it's a chocobo.
I want to hear about Rydia's other summon because I only have the chocobo for her. Did you have to do something special to get that?
No, it just dropped from like right around the starting area.
What? I only got one, the chocobo kick.
Yeah, I've got the second one called Goblin.
Huh.
Oh.
And you got it.
Did you get it from fighting a goblin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I think it even says in the little thing in our little walkthrough thing. Item collection note. Most times, blah 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 blah. For items collected, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right there. Summon rare drop note. Final Fantasy IV has 4 summons that can be picked up from extraordinarily rare items dropped from enemies: goblins, cockatrice, mind flayer, and bomb. If you want all achievements, blah blah blah. Outside of Baron, you can find both goblins and hell divers.
Their fucking drop rate is 1 out of 256 times.
I did okay.
How much did you fucking grind?
No. So Josh, I knew that was exactly where you were gonna freaking go, right out the goddamn door. I did not grind at the beginning. Literally, like my second battle, it dropped from the goblin.
That's amazing.
Right?
And that is incredible. Yeah, you can't draw it out of a magic fucking booster pack.
No, out of an entire fucking box of them.
Yeah.
So the real
no, that's actually not true. I did get a Sid in the very last booster pack.
Oh, that's right. You do have one. That's right.
Is it good? Like, is it worth it?
No.
Okay.
The goblin summon is not worth it?
No.
Yeah.
With a name like Goblin.
I wasn't really trying, like, again, I wasn't trying to farm. Is it really that low of a rate? Damn, dude.
It says 1 out of 256, man. So if you got it after the second time, you should go play the lotto.
I was like, I didn't even know it was going to drop, and I got this weird drop item. I'm like, what the F is that? And so then I searched it up. I was like, oh, shit, yeah. And then, I don't even think I saw the cockatrice or whatever outside of the Baron.
I haven't seen any. I've seen goblins. I fought goblins a few times, but nothing dropped. Yeah, but a cockatrice, mind flayer, and bomb I haven't seen.
Well, you've seen. We haven't fought bombs, but you've seen them.
I mean, I've seen bombs destroy the village in front of my very eyes. Yes.
But yeah, I knew you were gonna be like, oh my god, you're grinding for this. No, I did not farm. I farmed later.
There's a whole section titled Desert Grinding, and so.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. These are meant to be fucking games that you grind, especially when you're like level 15 or whatever, and you get Edward who's like level 2, and you're like, fuck, I got to level this guy up. 4x it is. Let's go. Boom.
Yeah. And then when Rosa joins, she's freaking level 10 and I'm like level 20. I'm like, oh, yay, sweet. Although that's the one thing that I'm getting used to here, and I'm kind of on the fence about how I feel about it. This is the one thing that I find very different. Magic is not something you find in the world. It's something that natively happens as you level up. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah.
Well, you mean like you're not going to a magic shop and buying the next spell or whatever?
So like literally your spell list is basically predetermined for you.
But then can like Rosa learn new spells like Karaja or we don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
just going
sure
off
she
what,
does, but you don't get to pick what they are.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she learns it. Just when you get to a certain level, it just appears in your thing. Like while I was leveling, I think I got to like level 14 on Rosa, and it's like, oh, you've learned Protect. I was like, oh, okay, that's awesome. But I kind of missed the ability to go in into the magic shop. The shops are always a fun thing for me. It's like, oh, what new little things can I find here? Right. Yeah. And the last games, it was kind of cool to be like, oh, there's 4 or 5 level 3 spells, but I only have 3 spell slots. So I have to kind of pick and choose what I want. And it's a little bit more of a puzzle and a little bit more interactive. Whereas this is just like, hey, you leveled up. Sweet. Here's your spell. Go away.
Yeah. The tourist in me appreciates that because now that's like something I can offload and I don't kitting out the guys in the right configuration like that. Like, these are the tools you have, go to town. But I could imagine that someone wanting to engage with this at a little bit more of a sophisticated or deeper level with the mechanics would find that frustrating.
Yeah. Here's Larry, just for your own thing. The description on the rare drops on the imp or goblin summon. Deals weak non-elemental damage to one target, 1 magic point cost.
So it's like he like walks up and slaps.
So it's Edward's physical attack, is what you're saying.
Probably at best.
Jesus. Oh yeah, I see that. If I click the link, imp goblin, weak non-elemental damage, 1 target, 1 MP. Huh. Oh, it says Rydia learns this item summon by using the imp. Oh, that's the item that dropped.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Oh, I want the cockatrice one.
Let's see, cockatrice.
Cast 100% accuracy instant death attack on a single foe.
Jesus. As long as it's not
unless it's a hard enemy, and then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Most bosses are. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't need it to be against bosses.
This appears in certain areas of the world and at Mount Hobbs. Interesting.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. So I guess I'll be farming Mount Hobbs here in a little bit.
Yep, because we're headed there next. I think, so, we can talk about, set the stage, what's next. For us, after the Antlion, we're going to Mount Hobbs, and then this says Mom Bomb. Okay. And then Fabul. And then the High Seas, back to Mysidia, and then, hey, there's the Chocobo Forest. And then the third section is Mount Ordeals, Darkness, and Light. So those are the next 3 sections that we can tackle. I don't know about you, your timer. After these 4 sections, my timer was around like 2 hours and 15 minutes or so. It didn't take all that long, to be honest.
No, I was at like an hour 50 or something, and I'm at 2:07 having opened this and let it sit here while we talk. So
yeah, right.
How about you, Trip? I am at 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Okay. So we're all in roughly the same shape.
I guess I probably farmed more than you guys did.
I mean, we don't even have to say that at any podcast, and everyone just knows that's true.
It's just assumed, right? We're going to put it on the merch.
Oh my God, Tom. That is such a fucking great idea.
Oh, God. Oh.
Me want it so bad now.
Fuck.
I'm going to workshop some ideas for that. Yep. Travis farmed.
God damn it.
Maybe just like, here, pixelated version of Travis with a hoe on a farm. Just literally farming.
Yeah, and a piece of wheat in his teeth.
Absolutely. This is fucking great.
Farmer.
All right. We're finding one.
I'm kind of Larry. I'm surprised that you didn't go for the low-hanging fruit on this one, dude.
No, please give me some ideas, man.
What happened? What did you give me shit for in high school when I came back from summer one time?
Jesus Christ, I don't fucking know.
What magazine was I on the cover of?
Oh God, you were on the cover. What was it, like fucking Pick Daily or fucking Country Weekly or?
Oh God!
Oh my God! Do I still have that? No, I can't.
I guarantee you, my mother does.
Yeah. Whoa. What was like Country Living or like Redneck Love or something?
Calling a red dude. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, you got it. Can you tell Tom? Can you describe the cover?
Do I? Fuck you. How
Okay,
about
there's a
you just-
tractor. There's a tractor. And
There's a
as far as I
tractor.
remember,
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. This is totally off topic. Is this really what we're going to talk about on this podcast right now?
if it gets us back to the T-shirt idea, yes.
Jesus Christ.
There's a tractor, and I think there's 3 members of your family, like left, right, and down. Oh, no, you're on the ground, and someone else is on top of it.
No. It was, yes, there was a tractor. It was on my uncle's farm.
Yeah.
One of my cousins was in the driver's seat. One of the other cousins was on the right hand wheel, like the big ass tire. He was sitting on top of it. I was sitting on the left hand one.
Oh, okay.
And then our younger cousin, she was down in front with basically the barn dog.
You were born to be a farmer, man.
Y'all were cover of this farm catalog. What was like was there like a headline or a article title?
They did an article on my family back there because they were like 6th generation farmers.
Oh,
And like in the article, like literally there was 4 of the generations present out of the 6. Like there's pictures of like there was pictures of my grandparents, my great grandmother, my uncle, my cousins. Like there was 4 generations all there, and they were doing some article on this. So, side note, by the way, I'm from Ohio originally, and both my families owned farms back there. So this
if the shoe fits.
this is where the farming thing from Larry. I was like, well, I'm surprised he didn't go for the low hanging fruit with like doing some sort of tractor shit with me on it.
I still like the idea of pixelated Travis actually farming, no text. This is great. And then just, I'm going to workshop this. This is good. But I mean, honestly, farming, Jesus Christ, grinding, it's part of these games. Like that's the goal. You want to be leveling up your characters and stuff. So it's totally cool.
To some degree. I mean, the problem is I typically do it to a point that it makes some of the game trivial.
Right. Well, I mean, I kind of feel like I'm doing the same thing where I am 2xing the experience, or when I get fucking Edward, I'm like, you got to 4x this motherfucker to get him up to speed. You know.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of my. This is where I have it's kind of a double-edged sword. Like, are the characters so far behind because I grind, or are they so far behind because they're just not trying to give you an overpowered character right out the door, and they expect you to grind a little bit? It's one of those weird things where I don't know
What's
what
always
the right answer is.
baffled me is why is the character that joins you just like the average of your other characters' levels? Like that from like a mathematical standpoint, like the code you would need to write to is so trivial. And yet they always are, like way far behind, or sometimes I like it when they're, again, I would like this if it was, I mean, do we need to like role play it essentially and say like, oh, he was just a prince, and so like he's bad at fighting and just plays the lute or whatever. Like that's why his level's so low. Adventuring, but like reading as a child, some of this I guess kind of makes sense, but from a mechanical standpoint, it isn't fun. It doesn't make the combat more interesting. Of like, oh, Cecil needs to like defend a bunch so that he can like absorb the blows. Otherwise, the newer character wiped out or so. Like, it's not that they're pieces on the chessboard that just kind of suck for a little while. So I don't get it, but
to me, I think part of the thing is the code to do that complex? No, but it's more complex than saying you're level 10.
No argument there.
Right.
Or having something to kind of track your player levels and then responding accordingly. Yeah.
Right. But then the other thing is, I think there's 2 things in here, right? Again, that code is simple, but it's not as simple as saying you get Edward at level 4, you get Rosa at level 10, right? Yeah. Then the flip side of it is also since the magic system is tied to what level the character is, they probably are like, oh, we don't want you getting a character and them just being decked out with all the spells right out the door, right? We want you to get a character, and we want you to see them grow to some degree.
There was some game we played. I don't know if it was Final Fantasy or Final Fantasy Adventure or whatever. We got a guest character for just a little bit that was fucking, a fucking ringer. Basically, had all the top
Was
spells.
that 2 or something? It was
I think
like a
it was
white
2.
mage.
Was it
Yeah.
2? Okay,
It was
yeah.
2.
Like,
Yeah, where
he was like 100 times better than you were.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Maybe even by the end of the game, like he was so OP. It's fun when it goes the other way, right? Like,
yeah.
because then that gives you an impression of like, oh man, I thought this was just some old bathroom, but it turns out he's awesome. That they can convey that through the battle mechanic. That's kind of fun. When it goes the other way, it's just
I'll give you a preview of what's coming. Like, look at this guy's awesome spells. You'll be able to do that in a couple levels or whatever.
Right, but that's fine whenever they give you a guest character, but when they give you a permanent character, you don't want them to be that ringer and then everyone else suck.
No.
And I think that's... I don't know if this is something they've solved in later games. I'm thinking back about it too. Now I'm like, tactics, no, they failed miserably at that. Actually, now that I think about it, I can't think of a single Final Fantasy game where they give you a new character. You're like, yay, you're at the same power level as me. It's always like, yay, you suck. Now level them up.
I don't remember this being terrible in 7.
I do, because I remember Red 13 being a weak little butthole when you first get him and having to level him up. Granted, he leveled up really fast.
Yeah.
And I think that was a difference. It's almost like they got a boost when they were way far behind. Actually, I almost think there was a boost in Final Fantasy VII, because I can remember when finding out the hard way that you had to have 2 parties at a certain level. I took the second party in with one of my powerful ones, and they were leveling up super fast. So there might have been a catch-up mechanic by the time we get to 7. But I don't know.
It comes naturally from the scaling of the levels, right? I think the experience required to advance your guys increases like geometry. And so it's like, okay, you're 10 levels behind, but one battle with these and you're going to put 2 levels immediately. It just scales that way. So
yeah, I'm thinking about modern RPGs. If you're reading reviews or previews or whatever, and they're like, oh, the new party member came in later, and they came in at a level that's around your level. Thank God, it feels like a more of a new mechanic or a quality of life improvement, I guess. So I can't think of. I guess 16, you don't really get other party members that you control at all. You just Clive the whole time.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15, you're with the 4 boys from the beginning, and that's your crew the whole time. 13 didn't play. 12. Did we get any new characters? I'm now blanking. I thought you had most of your crew from the beginning. Vaughn and Balthazar and Bunny Lady.
Yeah, I think you pretty much... Yeah.
You're all with the whole crew from basically the beginning.
Shit, I don't even remember. I purged that game from my brain.
9. Oh, actually, I'm playing 9. I'm almost done with the game, actually. And you get characters as you go, but I don't think they're that far of a different level from you.
I think they did a better job at it there. Because I remember some of the later games, I feel like there was a mechanic where it basically took your lowest character and then like knocked 5 levels off or something like that.
Yeah, kind of makes sense.
Anyways, point being, this game is fun. I just find that aspect of it still annoying, but I kind of understand why they're not giving you the character right at the full power at the door. But at the same time, it's like, if you remastered this shit, man, come on. No one was that old. We've gone so far from that. Why would you push it back? I don't know.
I think the kind of argument would be that the fans of the game would be like, you changed this thing, and I want it the way it was, or whatever. So.
Oh my God. They're going to bitch. That's the thing. You're never going to please everyone, right? Like, someone's going to bitch about something every way.
Well, that's why, Tactics is giving you 2 games. One is like quality of life, but then that's it. The other one has that plus voice acting plus a couple new things or whatever. So maybe trying to please both audiences there.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
again, this doesn't bother me. It's just kind of mildly annoying. I just have to farm a little bit more.
Yeah.
Guys, I have
Overall,
some science knowledge to drop on you.
Oh yes, let's do it.
Did you know that an antlion is a real thing?
No,
Yeah.
no.
It's a bug.
What? It's a real bug.
Yeah.
Antlions are a group of about 2,000 species of insect,
Okay.
known for the predatory habits of their larvae pits
Antlion.
to trap
What the
passing
fuck?
ants or other prey. And it gets its name from like the ants are its prey, and it's like the lion that hunts them.
Oh, that thing is fucking creepy looking.
They're all nasty as all get out.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
But their larvae are referred to. So you have something like antlion, which is like kind of metal, right?
Yeah,
Their
absolutely.
larvae are referred to as doodlebugs.
Okay, that's a very far cry
Yeah.
from the cool antlion name.
When they walk around, they go in these like meander paths, little doodle. Anyway, I had no idea that was real, and I remember fighting that thing, and then we cured our girlfriend with it. Came kind of gross.
Yeah, it's like the calcified sweat of the antlion or a ruby. Whatever.
Yeah, sure, Ruby. That's putting a positive spin on it.
Uh-huh. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this game's overall awesome. Like the hottest start for a Final Fantasy that we've played so far, and I would include every Final Fantasy I've played. I think the beginning, except for 7, maybe. I think the bombing reactor is maybe on par, but I think this thing starts real well.
Certainly, of all the Pixel ones, that's a no contest there.
Is this the best one
7.
of the first 4 Final Fantasies? Yes. That's where we're going to stop.
What of the main line, like of just 1 through 16, like top 3 ones that start real fast and get you real engaged real quickly? 4, 7.
I mean, okay, here's the problem. I'm trying to you're asking me this question. I don't remember 8 and 9 or 10 that well anymore. It's been so long. 7 got me hooked instantaneously.
Yeah.
Because of the story and because of the way that game was. It grabbed me instantly. This game, it grabbed me pretty quickly, nowhere near as quickly as Final Fantasy VII. And that might mostly be because, again, the stories are kind of following known tropes. But if I go back to the time when this was released, was it a known trope at that point in time? No, not so much. And so that's where it's a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is I can't tell you how quickly it would have grabbed me back in the 90s.
Yeah.
I can only deal with it here. So right here, 7 still takes the cake out of the main line. 4 after that, I don't remember the opening to 8, 9, 10, and 12 was hot garbage.
I think 10 starts with fucking Tidus playing Blitzball.
It was
or whatever.
a Blitzball joke, but I never played that game. I just assumed that it was everywhere.
I think it is. I think
it's a major.
I started out like, what's happening here?
To be fair, it is a major theme and not something that you are 100% required to take part in. But if you want one of the best weapons in the game, you need to make it your life.
That's a hilarious joke. I have one more thing on mention briefly. The story battle that made Travis lose all of his potions.
No. I left all my potions grinding afterwards. I just spent a buttload of time doing nothing to where the game was like, dude, you need to do something.
I actually thought that was pretty cool. That they had added enough to the battle mechanic that like an NPC could show up and talk to you, right? And there's like a conversation going on. The things that are happening in the battle itself. And this was done earlier too. I can't remember where. Was Cecil and Cain were fighting somebody or something? They use it all.
Yeah, the mist dragon. Literally, if you keep attacking the mist form, it'll literally tell you that you can't do it.
Yeah, it's going to keep reflecting and attacking you. Stop it, dummy.
But I thought that was really cool that they, again, it's another opportunity to deliver a story beat that isn't just, bubbles of text while you're talking to someone kind of thing on the overworld. It was a much more that, and I don't know, it is like very tropey that it's like, oh, it was his wife or whatever, and she died in this horrible thing, and he's sad about it. Like on paper, it's like super boring, but here it kind of works. I don't know. I feel for him, and when she, winks out into nothingness at the end of, completely out of the blue too, right? Like I had no expectation that spectral form and like encourage him to like stay the course and stick with these people and stuff like that. And the fact that she did, it's like, oh wow, maybe Edward about this than I thought he would. Now he's got his own reason for going on, and that it all happened in much of which it happened in the battle. That was cool and something different that we really haven't seen before.
Yeah, I agree.
So I take it as safe to assume that neither one of you had Anna show up in the middle of the Edward battle.
I did. No, Anna showed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she does. That's the whole
point. In the middle of the fight?
Yes. Yeah, but I thought she was talking to Edward.
That wasn't just because she's all that stuff about like you need to attack and blah blah blah. Like she says that to every. Come on, man, get it over with. Maybe it was just for you.
Right. Like I don't know what she says later when you don't attack. Why aren't you listening? Love of my life.
Does she talk to you guys?
Like once,
and then you attack that guy like twice, and then it's done.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Maybe 2 or 3 times.
How many times did she talk to you?
Like 4 or 5.
Oh yeah, okay, that's not that bad.
Well, I mean, after the first one, like she was like, "You can do it." I'm like, "Okay, sweet, this is awesome."
Yeah, that's what she said. Right, exactly.
Right, and then she's like, "You need to attack." I'm like, "What?" And then I didn't do anything. He kept doing it. She's like, "No." She's like, "Edward, attack." What? Okay, took it off on attack. There, see? You can do it. And I was like, oh, you bitch.
She comes back like the 10th time and she's like, Edward, what the fuck is wrong with you? Come on, man.
Yeah, she several times she came at me being like, you need to do something. I'm like, shut up, bitch. I am doing something. Just not the right thing.
Just healing. Just healing away.
I didn't realize you kept the auto attack on this because I read the thing where it says it's a story battle. So I just assumed the story battle is going to play out on its own because there was a story battle earlier in the game that played out on its own. Or did I already have the auto attack on? God damn it.
The strategy guide giveth and the strategy guide taketh away. You've got those cool summons, but you're never going to get those 5 minutes back.
But it provides comedy for the podcast.
I wasted way more than 5 minutes grinding, so I don't care.
You absolutely did. I'm looking at a picture here of a late battle with 5 players, and I'm starting to realize why they don't let you have 2 in a row. Because you would cover their pixel art.
See anybody?
Yeah, exactly. They all blend in together. Yeah. So they're staggered for that reason, I'm sure.
That makes sense. I mean, again, it totally made sense why they did it. It was more of just my OCD kicking in, me like, I need my party all bunched together. Why the fuck won't you put 2 of them in the back row right next to each other? Screw you, I have to have an empty spot in my party, and this pisses me off. That was literally what was going through my head.
Yeah, sure. But overall, good stuff. Good stuff. I'm looking forward to digging deeper into this game. Anything else for the good of the podcast before we wrap up?
No, I think I've embarrassed myself enough for the night.
Enough for this podcast, but more to come, folks. More to come of Travis's embarrassments. And look out for that T-shirt. We'll gin one of those up.
Jesus, bitch. Anyways,
anything else, Tom?
There's a joke in there with Mom Bomb. I don't have it yet, but hopefully I will.
Yeah, you got a week to figure it out. We'll be back next week with more Mom Bomb jokes. Thanks for listening. If you like our podcast, please rate it on your podcast service of choice. And we'll be back next week with more Final Fantasy IV. See you later.
Peace.